Mud has been a construction material used by humans for thousands of years. It has been used to build early shelters and cities, and it has been the most common building material of ancient civilizations. This could be due to the material's abundance and its simple application into early structures. Mud is a liquid or semi-liquid combination of different soils. It is usually formed near bodies of water and also in dry areas after raining. Mud can be manifested into many different forms in order to be used as building materials. One example of this manifestation is the material called cob. This is a mixture of soil, clay, cow dung, cow urine, and lime. In order to mix these components together, one must check the proportions of each by hand. Afterwards, they are then formed into small balls and put together to form a shape. A similar version of cob manifestation is called the adobe brick. The adobe brick has the same components as cob, and they share the same preparation process. The difference of adobe brick and cob is that the mixture is formed into blocks and sun-dried afterwards. During construction, the adobe bricks are attached to each other using the same mixture. On the other hand, rammed earth construction is a technique similar to adobe bricks, yet without having to wait for the mud blocks to dry in the sun. In this method, the mud mixture is pressed into a shape using wooden planks which are removed after some time. This compresses the air out of the mud and leaves it to harden in its desired form. This method is used in parts of the world where it rains more often, therefore hindering the adobe brick process. The wattle and daub method involves the use of vertical wooden snakes called wattles, which are interwoven horizontally with twigs and branches. This is then coated with daubed mud. This is the oldest known method for making weatherproof structures. Stacked earth uses stiff mud, wherein it is prepared by mixing two components which are mud and water, with the proper proportions of 1:3. Afterwards, it will then be molded into a huge elongated egg shape. To make it sturdier and durable, a row of cob is used and placed in a proper line along the surface and pressed to avoid problems such as gaps and cracks. Cut earth method is done in an area where the mud is cohesive enough to become a solid material. At the same time, contains concentrations of carbonates. Once specified, the mud will be cut out into shapes of blocks in dimensions that are desired and will be used as bricks or stones. The earth filled in is favorable where the mud is in an area humid enough. When identified, this will be poured into wooden lattice, work or frames, and then will harden. This gives thermal mass to light the structures and at the same time acoustic insulations. The extruded earth technique has been used since the fired brick industry. Stabilized earth at a plastic state is as well extruded through a machine which gives the desired shape. The blocks are often hollow and are cut to a desired length. The technique of stabilized extruded earth was developed in the 20th century. Lastly, formed earth uses mud mixed with water and then poured onto a straw that is chopped already into the desired length. This will act as a support inside that will hold the mud together. Then the mud will harden. Advantages of mud construction. Mud has several advantages as a construction material. One of these is having low energy consumption. Fossil fuel is used minimally when mud is used in construction, which makes it a sustainable building material. Another advantage is the abundance of the material. Mud can easily be procured or produced, making it easily and readily available. This is especially useful in areas with limited resources. Mud is also a low conductor of heat, which helps mud structures remain cool in the summer and helps retain warmth in the winter. It is also durable, which makes it easily repairable, as one must just add more mud to sustain it in case of damage. The disadvantages of mud construction. While mud has its advantages as a building material, there are also numerous disadvantages to take note of. Mud structures can cause a humid atmosphere in its interiors, making it less comfortable for users. The odor of the material can also affect its users, as several components in the mixture of the mud can be foul smelling. Mud can also easily erode, as it is just basically compacted water and soil. Heavy rain or water presence may easily destroy mud structures. The material does not have a high tensile strength, which means it may collapse if there's a lot of applied weight. Mud is also not fireproof or pest-proof. It cannot withstand fire, which is a hazard, and it can also be possibly infested by termites or small rodents. Mud structures also require regular maintenance, and due to the nature of the material, limits its capabilities for design.
Just looking for that right consistency, and I'll show you what it should look like if this works out. Hopefully it works out. Slowly get in there.
Environmental impact of mud. Mud has been used throughout the ages, and nothing of bad review can be compared to mud's impact on our environment. When using mud as an alternative for construction materials, it does not require a lot of energy to manufacture, since it is present as it is. Compared to producing construction materials that takes too much energy and at the same time causes more harm to our environment. Also, when using mud, it does not need any other natural materials to be able to be used efficiently. This lessens the need for aggregates such as cement or rocks, saving the mountains and its terrains. Compared to all other construction materials present today, mud has the lowest environmental impact. Lastly, when mud is used, naturally hardens these unfired mud walls, bricks, stones, etc. have very low greenhouse gas emissions, helping our world's current environmental dilemma.
Could use the shovel on this in a minute, but nothing wrong with getting your hands dirty. Take out the big rocks if there are any. Alright, that's looking good. A little bit wet, but as it sits here in the sun, it will dry up. You do have to kind of work fast with it. It's almost like an avocado. You know, it's ripe for only 10 minutes. It starts going the other direction. So you gotta try to get that consistency and keep it while you're working with it. Still a little bit too wet. Get a tiny bit more dirt in there. Let's see if we can get the consistency final. That's it. And if it's too wet or too dry, you know what to do. Use what you can. And if you have to, when you get to the bottom, it's a bit dry, just add some more water. But what you're looking for is basically this. Turn it into a nice ball. That's what you're looking for. If you can make a nice ball like that, and what they say is, my hand's not clean, but it's not supposed to fall off onto your hand, which is what's happening. So this is ready to go. And we make them into balls and stack them where we want to build. So it worked.
Yes, good work.
Thank you. Yeah, so you can make it in a wheelbarrow. We have found out. So let's make a bunch of snowballs. See that consistency? Good stuff. Here's the snowball we made earlier. Got some holes in here. These are called cobbler's thumbs. You sort of stick it in between the layers so they can kind of Lego together. So we take our snowball, put it on there, and try to knead it into place. Knead it into the other pieces. And when we're done, we're going to slip coat all this. I'm going to add a few mud balls to this to try to level this off. There really is no right or wrong way to do this, except for you don't want your walls to bulge. But, you know, you just knead it in, smoosh it in. Make your snowball. Smoosh it in. There you go. Just keep adding on. So if you want to see this completed, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to give this video a like if you learned something new. It's going to take a few more days, but I will have this done. This is going to be an outdoor shower and toilet. So we can have somewhere warm to shower in the winter. So we're using these mud walls so they can retain the heat and give us a warmer environment versus wood come this winter. Make sure to check out some of our other videos. We dug a giant underground cinema. We made a hot water heater for free. And we've done a bunch of stuff. You should go check it out. As I level this off, you can give it a thumbs up. And I'll keep cracking on. Also guys, because we're now being paid by YouTube, just sharing or liking our content actually directly helps our community grow now. There'll be more money for our community to buy things like a digger. We actually need quite a bit, quite badly. And we could do a lot more stuff a lot faster. We can have a river put in here. We've got natural ponds, natural lakes, because it does rain out here quite a bit. We just need to catch it. You see?